All right, so we've played this a little bit last year. It's been a while. I think we have a couple leagues. If this league goes well, I'm probably going to add this to the site. So this is a Kindle Carnage, Nahiri's Wrath combo deck. And what these allow us to do is discard Emrakul to deal damage to Boros Reckoner or Spiteful Shadow and Ragged Veins here to deal large amounts of damage to our opponent. So this deck can actually kill on turn 3, and the way it does that is by Forbidden Orchard, give them a creature, put Ragged Veins on their creature, turn 3, Nahiri's Wrath, discard 20 converted mana cost worth of cards, kill their stuff. What's that, Card Breaker? Are you talking about the finance aspect? Because all the MTG finance people can go, like, wink off on a bridge. They're the worst part about Magic the Gathering. Hot take. Finance is the worst thing about paper Magic. Not having to deal with finance is an upside to MTG Arena. Not strictly a downside. Is their economy perfect? Nope, they need to work on it. But not having to deal with finance is an upside. All right, so I think we're dead. Go ahead and tough start there. Pretty aggressive start from the opponent there, and our hand was really slow. Do they have a guaranteed way to buy wildcards in Arena? Yeah, every 6 booster packs you open. Every 6 booster packs you open, you get a guaranteed rare wildcard. No, I couldn't draw lethal because I didn't have another untapped land, JVL. So I need another untapped land in order to draw lethal. Breach Emrakul is probably too slow in this matchup. Kind of Card Breaker. So I think what you're saying there is disingenuous because every paper TCG has the ability to resell it. So saying the resale value is what kept Magic alive doesn't make sense to me because every TCG has resale value in paper, right? Because every card game you can buy and sell in a secondary market. The reason why Magic was successful was because it was a good game past that. The reason why it had resale value was because the game was good. So to say, like, the resale value kept the game alive, I think the opposite of that is actually true, right? Like, every game has resale value in paper. As someone who has given Blizzard piles of money this year and has also given Wizards of the Coast now piles of money for Arena, the amount of money it costs to play Arena is very reasonable compared to Hearthstone. All right, Skyland's great. Help me find another one here. That's a tough sell. I kind of want this Kindle Carnage. I think I need to bottom that, though. Just dig for a land. It's actually against the terms of service to sell your Hearthstone account, just as a heads up. Yeah, actually, and this is something that you may or may not be aware of if you're a Magic Online user. It's against the Magic Online terms of service to buy and sell digital objects for actual money. Fun on today's episode of Fun Facts with Jeff Hoagland. Yep. It is explicitly listed in the Magic Online terms of service that you can't buy and sell these objects for money. They don't enforce it, gaming. To say they enforce it is patently incorrect. It is, however, explicitly written in their terms of service that it's not allowed. I never said that they enforce it. What I said was that it is explicitly listed as not allowed in their terms of service, which is correct. It is explicitly listed there. Because unlike many of you, I tend to read the EULAs I agree to the first time. I don't always get to all of them when they do updates, but yeah. It's not my fault. Listen, you're a Magic player, and speaking from someone who has a lot of experience, literacy is a big problem among Magic players. A lot of EULAs are like pretty standard boilerplate, and then there are sections that are generally specific to the thing that you're doing. It's against the rules to buy and sell tickets for cash too. It actually doesn't stop financiers. I hurt myself. It actually just moves the financing to decks instead of singles. You should play whatever you get the most joy out of, Tin. If you enjoy Limited, you should play Limited. If you don't enjoy Limited, you should buy boosters and play more Constructed. Never forget that if your game's not fun, you're playing your game wrong, and you should consider playing your game in a way that is fun. Because games are something you should play for personal enjoyment. Is there really only one basic land in this deck? That's really bad. Brutal. Alright, to have another moment of Jeff does social media. The most obvious thing is the timeout system. You can't have people timing out to animations while they play at a Pro Tour. I mean, is people timing out to animations the software working as intended, or is that a bug that needs to be fixed? This software isn't an official release. I'd wager that this is a bug. So like, again, just like calling out like pointing out things like that on like pre-release software just like doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, what are we doing? We're gonna give him a horsey? I think we're gonna give him a horsey. Yeah, but that's still a bug, Numbaza. Like that's not the intended feature. Yeah, I keep track of all the money I give Wizards of the Coast for tax purposes. So, at the end of the year, all of the money I give Wizards of the Coast gets written off on my taxes. It's a business expense. I don't think that's true, Hasu. Like Hearthstone doesn't. What other online card games give you a way to disable the animations? So one, there's one. You found the one. You did it. You found the one. Alright. Playing this deck a little bit makes me think it's not going to make it onto the website. Yes. I assume this matchup's pretty unwinnable for us. Ah, yes, the competing company left their software buggy, so obviously we're gonna leave our software buggy too. I'm not sure why there's no fetch lands in this mana base. Maybe the person that submitted this had this as a budget build. I could see that being the case. Well, the temples aren't necessarily budget, right? Like, this is a combo-ish deck. The temples add some consistency, like in Grishelbrand. Yeah, the horse has been cast a few times. Yeah, see, like, I don't appreciate, like, that comment feels weird to me because, like, in my opinion, if competitive Magic is going to succeed and is going to, like, be able to be this big thing, Arena needs to be the future of competitive Magic. And I'm sure there are people that don't like that, but I believe that, in my heart of hearts, I believe that that is true. If we ever want Magic to grow past what it is now, it's not going to involve making paper coverage more accessible. It's going to involve Arena. I'm fine with it being in the future, but I certainly don't want high level pay. I'm not sure I understand. I think having the tournament as a whole on Arena would be ideal. Cut down on the Bertoncinis of the world. It's fine. We're going to have something else that's not modern that's going to be a new non-rotating format. It'll be okay, I promise. Emrakul Forbidden Orchard is not a combo. Yeah, there are a ton of sweet cards that have rotated out of standard that just like aren't good enough to see play in modern, right? No, I think that's true, Marty. Based on, like, you've watched me play Magic online, right? Like, the average Magic player is absurdly slow. The average digital player, especially. I don't think this deck can beat a control deck. I guess I have Spellskite and Boseiju. I'm gonna try and find a match we can just race. I promise you there's videos of me 3-2ing a league with this deck, believe it or not. Let's try one more. Give it the old college best here. I might play like 4 matches. Like try and get to do our thing at least once. That would help, but with the current timing, I don't think you'd have the ability to think through lines or feel comfortable playing with 100k on the line or something. I actually think it is perfect for high stakes tournaments. A huge problem with paper Magic right now is that slow play is rampant and people need to play faster. Arena makes sure this happens in a fair and uniform manner. Watching the MTGO champs with 40-minute clocks was awful. Yes. Yeah, like and I get that what Arena does is different from how Paper Magic is handled, but I think how Paper Magic handled currently is rancid. How do you deal with bad beats, playing Magic every day, and these horrible streaks that come with it? Honestly, Diva, play friendly leagues and concede more. No joke. Like that match there where it's just like kind of miserable and we can probably never win. Just pack your stuff up and move on. Part of when I was more miserable playing Magic and saltier and more frustrated was because I was trying to play through these games where I was like almost certain to not win, and just moving on from those and just being like, it's part of the game, let's just go on to the next one. It just like really helps my mindset, especially. When is the opponent taking too long a cue to call a judge asking about slow play? A minute. I'd call it a minute. I prompt them at 30 to 45 seconds to make a play, and then if it's longer than that, I call a judge. Yeah, Diva streams a lot. She's great. Should follow her stuff. All right, this hand does stuff, chat. This hand might we might do a thing. How would something like KCI and JAC work on the arena clock? They need to figure out something to make that work, yeah. I'm not saying that the current clock is perfect, but what I am saying it's better than paper. And again, just like, that's something that we do in the current society in general. This isn't just limited to Magic. This is just like people in general. People like to look at something and go, that's not perfect, even though it's better in a lot of ways. So we can't do it because it's not perfect in every way. It's like, well, instead of taking it and throwing it in a garbage can, how about we just like work to make it better? Well, so, and part of the reason too is I firmly believe that one of the reasons that slow play is so rampant everywhere is because we don't punish slow play at high levels. One of the reasons why slow play pops up at the lower levels is because these players watch coverage and they watch these players playing very slowly on coverage and they go, oh, well, there's no, this is what the pros do and I want to be like the pros, so I need to play slowly. There is a folder in MTG Arena called Mono Bleeding Edge. So Mono is a programming language, and Bleeding Edge in software refers to it's a not stable release of that software. I don't think Arena will ever have all the formats that Magic Online has. So at a certain point, they talked about how the digital team started working with the people designing Magic cards to make sure that future Magic cards would be templated in a way that would make them more accessible to digital. And one of the reasons why Magic Online has so many issues with various things is because a lot of these older cards weren't designed with digital in mind. So, am I getting gut-shotted? Am I get killed by this bird? Brutal. Alright, we're going to try one more here, and if my deck just doesn't do anything again, we're going to move along with our lives. The next two decks today are actually really sweet. Clone Company and Sultai Control both sound great. Yes, Clone Company is adjacent to Bio Company. I actually much prefer watching Arena to watching Magic Online. Cannot put into words how much better it is, in my opinion, as someone who knows what's going on. It's different, but once I understood where things were at in Arena, I prefer it for sure. No. So the deck lists on my website are just modern deck lists. You can find all of my past streams on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. And the deck list that I'm playing in those YouTube videos is embedded in the description underneath the video. So standard just changes too often for me to be able to put it on my website. Right, Marty? The Phoenix animation is just the nuts. It's so good. Looking for an expensive spell to bend to Kindle Carnage. No, Magic Online's only existed for 16 years. It is monolingual, only supports English. Yeah, the opponent's playing something similar to the mono-red Steamkin deck we played on stream the other day. It's a list similar to like what Diva's been working on. Does Arena have multi-language support? That's great if it does. Oh, there's my bugles. See, I know I brought a bag of bugles down here this morning. Where'd they go? That's awesome, Marty. Multi-language support is great. All right. I'm just like dead on board, right? Yeah, I'm pretty off this. All right, this is a hot dumpster fire. Yeah, I don't have anything good to say. If we don't have something nice to say, let's say nothing at all.